Now, is this the end of Jay Z? Christy, crazy situation going on with the lawsuit. We're going to break it all down. Give us the info, Christy, on Jay Z.
So lots of new information, just keeps coming in. But from what I have been able to gather and put all of this together is that this 13-year-old girl ended up meeting the limo driver for Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, P. Don't you do it, whatever his name is. Um, and said that the 13-year-old told the limo driver how much she would really like to meet Diddy. The limo driver said back to her, I can make that happen. He's always looking for pretty girls to have around. Yeah, let me rephrase that. Pretty young girls to have around. So ended up making the introduction. The girl ends up going to the MTV Awards after party that Diddy was hosting with Jay-Z. She said upon entering that she was given a drink that tasted very bitter. And that within a matter of minutes, she felt really woozy, felt like she was going to throw up, didn't feel right. And that Diddy made a comment to her, this is where the party starts. From there, she ends up in a bedroom and starts with Jay-Z first and doing what he's accused of doing to her. And she claims that while Jay-Z was doing that Diddy and a female watched the whole time. Whenever Jay-Z was done, Diddy took his turn while the female and Jay-Z watched. Whenever Diddy was done, when Diddy was done,
Damn, Christy, my faces I'm over here making.
I know. Yeah, when Diddy was done, he asked
Damn.
her he asked her for something else. She refused, ran, gathered as much as she could of her clothing, ran out, called her father, and that's all I know about like what happened at the party.
Okay, Christy, hold on, Christy.
Yeah, sorry.
Where
Okay.
you? I'm finna put a picture right now. Just stuff's breaking left and right, but I got a picture of the after party. Supposedly, where are you reading this from?
I This is what I read yesterday, and I listened to it 3 times, and I can't even remember which website it was. I have read so much on it today, sitting in these doctor's appointments office
Okay,
thing, waiting. But
that's just a breakdown.
literally, yeah, I literally read it from. It was either the New York Times or it
Okay.
was a big. It was like a big media platform that I
Yeah.
got it from. It wasn't like just some little YouTube channel or something.
And Christy, right here, somebody had said on one of my posts, they wonder if the woman they was watching was J Lo, and I have the actual picture of the alleged after party. This story just broke, and there's J Lo speaking to Diddy and a bunch of people all around. And I mean, to me, these people look inebriated. I don't know for sure. It's just a picture, but this broke, and there's P Diddy speaking to J Lo, and they said this is the night of the party. So they're wondering if J Lo was involved or the woman that was watching. So let's get this right. This is a 20-year-old accusation. This was
Yeah,
filed in New York, correct?
correct.
How does this work with the statute of limitations, and what's the difference between a civil case and a criminal case?
So in New York, the statute of limitations on what he's being accused of doing, and everybody just needs to fill in the blank there. We cannot say the word on YouTube or we'll get a strike. There is no statute of limitations. So if it's been 50 years and the victim wants to press charges on the perpetrator, then there's no statute of limitations for criminal charges to be pressed. And it would be first degree and it carries a huge long sentence. On a crime that doesn't have a statute of limitation, or that on a crime that does have a statute of limitations, say it was theft or just something small or whatever it is, you can only sue civilly, which means you're looking for money. That you're trying to like hit the pocketbook, you're trying to hit the wallet, whatever, that no criminal charges could come with it, but you can sue somebody civilly. An example for a repossessed car or a small claims type of thing, that's all civil matters. Criminals charges are criminal activities.
And it's
And I got that information that you asked about. I found where it was on USA Today, and yeah, it tells the whole story of exactly what I just said.
Hey, Christy, and I'm gonna say also, ladies and gentlemen, watching. I've seen some guys kind of, I'm gonna be honest, kind of flake out and say, "Hey, 20-year accusation." It's hard to kind of believe, and I'll admit that too. But I got a picture here of Jay-Z with Marina Abramovich, whatever you call her name. This is a wicked woman. So I'm just gonna say this: do I believe Jay-Z did it? Probably. They probably all do it. Now, when you hang with people like this, when you take a picture with the woman like this and you're comfortable and you're loving this energy and this is your people right here, this witch right here, you know what? I don't trust you for nothing. And I wouldn't trust you around my kids. I wouldn't trust you in my house. I don't care what kind of celebrity you are. And I always thought that Jay-Z's rap music was overrated and I thought he sucked.
Yeah,
Shout out Prodigy, one of my favorite rappers from Mobb Deep. He was calling out P. Diddy and Jay-Z long ago. And what do you know? He chokes on I think a banana or something in the hospital bed and passes away, right? But Prodigy was exposing this dude long ago, and here is Jay-Z with Abrima Baramovich. I don't know how to say her name, but either
I don't
way,
know either. Yeah.
everybody knows this picture. Everybody knows this people. Beyonce, Jay-Z, P. Diddy. I mean, the list goes on and on. The people that don't like Trump now, right? The people that are against Trump, they try to tell us to vote for Kamala. It seems that they all have the same thing in common. And I'm not trying to be political here, but that's pretty interesting that people like Beyonce and all these big time entertainers, they hang with these wicked people, yet they tell us that Trump's a wicked person. Your thoughts on Jay-Z? Do you believe any of this, Christy? Go ahead.
I absolutely believe it. And Jay Z does not have 99 problems anymore. He's got 100. Um, yeah. So here's what he has said
Okay.
about denying the allegation. He said, this is in quotes, my attorney received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from another attorney named Tony Busby. Tony Busby is out of Houston and, believe it or not, is handling a bunch of these cases with these girls that are going against Diddy, going against, well, Jay Z now, but he must just be the attorney to have. Um, Jay Z is saying that he absolutely wants the girl for charges to be dropped or for the Jane Doe's name to be revealed to the public. Well, number one,
Wow.
until something happens in a court of law, there is no way that anybody would feel safe, whether it happened, didn't happen, to go against a billionaire. Jay Z's a billionaire. He is, and you got, if it's true, then you've got a girl that's name is out there that anything could happen to, and you're also going to have lots of victim shaming if it did happen. If it didn't happen, then it's going to be the opposite side, and you're going to have a lot of other kind of people going after her. So that's, he's really making a lot of demands. But the thing that bothered me the most is he was talking about how he was going to, how him and Beyonce, how hard this was going to hit their family because of their children, how he was going to have to now sit down with his kids and um, tell them everything that's going on. Um, that it was going to probably distance his marriage, his relationship with his children. And his quote was, to Tony Busby, the attorney, no, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So, no, I will not give you one red cent.
Wow.
So, yeah, he's coming back really, really hard against the attorney, but, really taking, really like doing the emotional vomit of what it's going to do to his family and what it's going to do to his children. Like I said, I don't know if it's true or not true. That's not for me to decide. It's for a jury or a judge or whoever to decide. But regardless, if you don't put yourself in those kind of situations, you don't have to worry about it.
Bingo. Or if you don't hang with those kind of people, perverts of a
That's what I mean.
feather. One
Yep.
last thing I want to add is they say, and I've seen this everywhere posted, and I believe it's true. Fact check us, y'all, but they're saying that Beyonce's mother actually liked one of these posts claiming that Jay-Z had did this. They're like, man, this woman is messy. And I seen the screenshots. So this was reported on a lot
Ye-
of platforms saying that Miss Tina knows, and she wants to, she made it public with her like of a post in regards to the whole situation.
Well,
So
I have to
what
say
does that
that.
tell you?
Well, so I have to say this. So I used to love Beyonce. I loved Beyonce whenever she first came out and was singing in Destiny's Child with, Kelly Rowland and all of them. Learned a lot about her background. She was raised in a very Christian, like strict background. Um, she did the movie The Fighting Temptations, where she sang the Christian songs and all that. And it was in my mind, it feels like, I guess because time has just passed so fast, that overnight she went completely the opposite of Christianity, throwing up the different hand signs for Illuminati and stuff like that. And yeah, her mom I think, from my understanding, is still a huge Christian and does not believe in the way that Beyonce has been carrying her for herself for many years.
Yeah, right here, her throwing up a devil's horn with the Kamala shirt, and somebody said, you know what, I see them doing in Austin all the time, or whatever,
Of
whatever.
course, in Austin. Yep.
That's exactly what I said. I said, yeah, and that don't surprise me that you're in Austin. You're in Austin and you see them throwing up these horns. But there she is, y'all, Beyonce with the Kamala shirt, throwing up the. I don't even want to do them signs. It's kind of weird. Most,
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says, right? If you notice, most gang signs, their symbol. Most gang signs from MS-13, there's a lot of them that do something like this. Even another angle, another finger kind of twisted. I didn't want to do my fingers like that. But a lot of gangs, this is like their main gang sign. And this right here is supposedly the Luciferian slash devil horns. What does that tell you, ladies and gentlemen? Let's just be completely blunt, and honest about it, right? I don't like this hand sign, and when these people do this, I think it looks pretty bad, and I think there's more deeper meaning to it. With that, y'all, we just want to bring this coverage to y'all. We'll bring more to y'all as we go. Christy, thanks for joining me, and we're out of here.
Good night.